Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where everything is on fire. Yeah, that's about right. So we have 3 enemy lances that we're up against. We have this allied lance here that we're defending, and then we have another allied lance down over here that's kind of helping. We've already destroyed half of a Cretan lance, and the frame rate is not doing so well right now, but that's RogueTech for you. We also have a Castilian kill team up here. These guys are hostile to the Cretans, so that's something to remember. Now, the Madcap Mark II needs to move up over this direction. I would love to get an LOS on this Orion. That's not really an option, so we're just going to sprint up over here to climb the hill as much as we can, and we're going to launch some enhanced LRM-15s over at this guy. Are we better off with listen kill ammo? Slightly. We could get a kill on this Orion, and that would be amazing. It's a gyro crit and an engine crit. That's into a knockdown. Okay. He resisted the injury. Well, that's fine.
Yes, Commander.
So the Bull Shark's best target continues to be the Castilians, and it looks to me like this Boar's Head is the centrally located unit to go for. So that's what we're going to do. Artillery is going to continue to strip armor off of these guys and weaken them. Now, a number of these units back over here are still completely fresh, or very close to it. The Hatamoto Chi just took some damage. I like it. So that's the wounded Galahad there. I'm not sure where the exposure is on that Galahad. That's in the arm, so that's not amazingly dangerous. The Boar's Head that we just targeted moves up, goes for the allied lance there. I really would have liked it if it had gone for the Sparky instead, but it did not. We'll have to see what the Draconis Combine decides to do about that. If they decide to start attacking that unit. That would be nice. But for now, the Orion gets up, and it fires at our Mauler, but misses everything. That's beautiful. I love it. Okay, our friend the Atlas moves up, goes for the Orion. Gets purely armor there, which is surprising considering that there's barely any armor left on that thing. We can't look at it right now. They went for the Sparky there. Yeah, look at that. There's barely any armor left. Okay. Sure. So our allies are continuing to reserve over here. I'm wondering if perhaps this guy can't actually move. Additional inbound drop pods. Okay. I wonder if this is more Castilians or a third faction joining in.
Awaiting orders.
Either way, the Awesome is going to back off over here. We are out of cover, so we're going to vigilance it. And we're going to fire on this Orion. I do expect a kill here. I'm going to not fire the ER medium laser for heat, but we absolutely expect a kill. And there we go. So the Orion is down. We've done a lot of damage, but we're not yet in a position where we have eliminated enough. 35%. Okay, so the Mjolnir will be our best bet. We're going to have to not fire our enhanced LRM-15s to sink heat. But we'll try to strip some damage off of this Mjolnir. Or strip some armor, rather. Now, the Corsair is going to largely stay where it's at, and I think we're going to go for this catapult at this time. These guys are spread out a little bit more than I'd like to see. Okay. Some armor strip there, but not a huge amount.
Receiving you.
The Fafnir is going to close in up here.
On the move.
And it wants to hit this Mjolnir. Finally, the Fafnir can do something. Okay. Do as much as you can to this guy. That was a lot. That was a whole lot of damage to that Mjolnir.
Solid connection on that
The Mjolnir hasn't moved yet, but that's okay. The Salamander is going to move down over here, not in the fire. And we're going to fire at the Hatamoto Chi. Can we... No, we cannot. Okay, I'm going to not fire the medium lasers for heat purposes. We're still firing AX rounds here. I want to chip through this armor as swiftly as possible. Not bad armor strip there, and the Hatamoto Chi is unsteady. Now, it does move phase 15.
can I do for you?
The Mauler can actually stay exactly where it's at. It's got a clear LOS and good hit odds. I'm even going to Warlord it to boost these up even higher. We're going to fire our 2 medium lasers as well. Are we going to fire our AA missile racks? Well, we don't know what's in the incoming Lance, so we're going to hold off on those for now in case there are air units. It's unlikely, though. I don't think there will be air units.
Affirmative.
We missed both of those Gauss rifles. But it's okay. We incapacitated the pilot.
Brian Hagen here.
Sure. The Stormcrow moves up. That now means we've eliminated a full lance.
Commander.
So the Bull Shark is going to want to drop artillery still on this catapult. I want to drop it on this catapult primarily because I would love to get this catapult eliminated.
Affirmative.
And the LRMs have a possibility of doing that. They don't get it eliminated there, but that's still good armor damage out over here. And a knockdown on that catapult is also beneficial for us. Cool. Okay, they're shooting at the Direwolf over here. That's not bad, but they do miss. Okay, next up is our Madcap Mark II. Now, I would love to get the Madcap Mark II into an LOS here. We don't find one. We'll position here.
Roger that.
And we could fire at the Mjolnir, 30%. This catapult, rather, 10%. The Mjolnir it is. Okay. And we're even going to Warlord this. I would love to see this Mjolnir die. We'll see if that happens. And it does! Straight up an engine destruction on the first missile. Okay. That's fantastic. So there are 3 Kharitan mechs left. And that's one of them right there. So this Sparky's getting hit. There's also the Orion, and then there's the Direwolf. Then there's these guys going to land over here, and then there are the 4 Castilian mechs. They've taken heavy damage. The Sparky is going for the Galahad, which I would prefer that it didn't. But that's okay for now. The Hunchback moves up, fires on this Orion, which is still quite fresh. Okay. Well, we'll see what those inbound units are. They're continuing to hit the Sparky. That's good. I like it. That Sparky can't take too much more, in all honesty. Okay. We'll see what the Castilians do here. This catapult moves over, fires on the Sparky. Beautiful. Continue to do damage to our enemies for us, please, Castilians. The Firestarter moves in, goes for the Orion, gets 2 damage. Okay, cool. The Battlemaster moves up, fires on this Boar's Head. He is unsteady, so that's fine. Phase 14. There's going to be 2 Kharitan movements in this phase, the Orion and the Direwolf. The Orion moves up, positions there, goes for the downed catapult. I love this a lot. It does heavy damage to that downed catapult. It doesn't finish it off, but that's okay. Remember, our primary mission is to clear the AO. Now, this Direwolf could die to this drop zone immediately. So that's something to think about. The Boar's Head moves up over here, goes for the Orion. I love it. That's a good amount of armor removal. And the Boar's Head overheats a little bit. Now, our friend the Atlas moves up and doesn't do anything of note. Our other friend the Atlas moves up, fires indirect on that catapult, does 4 damage. Okay. So that catapult gets up. And where does it go? Up on that hill, and it goes for the Orion. I like it. This is a good situation for us. The Boar's Head moves up, goes for the Galahad. This is a less good situation for us. It got some engine crits there. This Galahad is not going to last amazingly longer, but it doesn't have to. We only have to have 1 unit here survive. This should be the drop pods coming in. Yep. What are they? Cretan reinforcements. Okay. So this is going to be additional Cretans over here.
Aye, aye.
Our awesome for right now is going to, I think, position up over here, although we don't know what's in the Cretan reinforcements. I'm going to reserve here. We'll let our allied unit move and update the sensors. It should be right here. Okay, so the Stormcrow moves, and we see a Marauder, an Avatar, and a Regent. Not too frightening. They shoot at this Orion and don't get much done. Okay, well, these guys are engaging up here. We should move and attack this force as quickly as we can, at least with artillery. Now, our Salamander could move out over this way. We would not be in LOS over here. So we're going to move up this hill and sit in this cover for the moment. We'll see what our allies decide to do. They're going for that Orion, which is now unsteady. Beautiful. And what's the other ally here going to do? Going for the Direwolf. 2 solid hits there on the Direwolf. 72 damage in there. I like it. Okay.
What do you need?
So our Corsair moves next. We are obviously dropping artillery on this Avatar. There's no way we aren't dropping artillery on this Avatar.
Acknowledged.
So right there, that's quite a bit of armor damage into all 4 of those mechs. Now they're going to move before we can get our Long Tom in there, most likely. But we'll see. We'll see if that is indeed their plan. This Griffin moves up over here, attacks the Boar's Head. I love it. Keep doing this. Keep fighting each other.
Ready to rock.
Our Longbow is going to step forward over here. Now, we mostly need to sink heat. I think that our best bet would actually be... I don't think that's quite rear arc on the Griffin. 29.2. I think we're actually best off attacking this catapult. We could theoretically see a crit kill here.
Firing.
And there it is. So that catapult is out of here.
Down, Commander.
Next up, what do they got? That's the Direwolf moving up. They don't have LOS over there. So the Mauler is going to move up over this way. And we're going to brace. We're going to sink heat.
Standing by.
The Awesome is going to be doing pretty much the same thing. We're just going to back off to here. We can shoot at this Boar's Head, and in fact, we're going to. This is, in fact, a heat sink. We're going to Warlord. This is mostly a pot shot. We'll see what we get.
Firing on target.
Actually, that was pretty good. Oh, AC-10 ammo explosion into an
Target
Atlas
neutralized.
dead. I did not expect that. Okay. That has an effect on the landscape. Specifically, that now means that there's fewer Castilian targets. Which I actually didn't want. I wanted to weaken them, sure, but I did not want there to be no targets. We can move the Fafnir up here, and we have rear arc on this Sparky. Our hit odds are pretty low, and I think we're not going to fire one of our UAC-20s just in case we stray shot, and there's heat purposes as well. Let's see what we get on this guy.
Copy that.
Not bad there.
Take this.
Not bad at all. Okay, so what do they do in phase 20? We're expecting some of these guys to start moving. They're probably just going to walk forward. Actually, the Avatar comes over this way.
Aye, aye.
Now it's our Bull Shark, and we're going to still hit this Avatar. This Avatar should still be within splash damage range. Yep, indeed it is. So that's a good amount of damage into all 4 of those mechs. I love it. Let's see what they continue to do with them. It's phase 20 right now. So the Marauder comes up over here.
Standing by.
Interesting. The Madcap Mark II is going to sprint up over to here.
Copy that.
We have an LOS on this Orion, and I think we take that. Do we fire the LRMs? We're running low on LRM ammo. We're also running low on Gauss ammo. Or rather, Hyper Gauss ammo. So that's something to think about. I think we did a little stray shotting there, but should be okay. So they're now shooting at this Orion. Although they stray shot their own Galahad. Good job, guys. Very good job. This catapult will move next, and I would love to see it go for one of these two mechs. It goes for the Spark. I like it. Okay, next up is phase 17. That'll be one of these two, as well as the Hunchy. The Hunchy goes for the Orion. That's a good choice. Right now, we're more interested in eliminating Cretan mechs than we are in eliminating Castilian mechs, because there are a lot more Cretan mechs on the field now. The Avatar moves up. Doesn't do anything of note. Let's see what our two allies do here. The Firestarter moves in. Goes for the Marauder. Gets a couple of hits. I like it. I'd love to see this mech. Well, we'll deal with that after the Atlas. This is a rear attack here. Did get some internal damage, but I did not see any major crit there. Only the one missile hit internally. This Atlas moves up, goes for the Avatar. And gets some splash damage there. I'd love to see this guy here move here. We'll see if he does. He'll move now. Close enough. Okay, the Castilian Atlas is going to move now. It moves in, goes through that Orion. Beautiful. Gets through the armor. It's exactly what I wanted to see right now. So they're continuing to reserve. I think they have mechs that are stuck, and this is the AI's way of handling that. But okay. So two allied AI move first. Damage to that Orion again. Okay. Then the Galahad moves up over here. That's fine. And then it's going to be a Mech Rider, so... eh. Oh, it's actually the Stormcrow, not the Mech Rider. The Stormcrow goes for the catapults. Not a bad option. Structure exposure. Okay. So all of these guys up here are quite damaged at this point. These guys over here have moderate armor damage, but not amazing armor damage. That was some terrible shooting. Okay. Now I'm expecting these guys to move up over here. To that end. I think that we're going to reserve and allow them to move.
Affirmative, Commander.
I'm interested in seeing what our allies do up here and what the Castilians and Cretans do to each other as well before we commit. Some damage to that Marauder is always nice. Okay, Castilians, what do you got? This will be the catapults. I'd love to see them go for the Orion. And that's exactly what they do. Beautiful. We're going to continue to reserve. I want to go after everyone. Like, literally everyone here. Yes, keep hitting that Orion. That Orion's very close to dead, by the way. That's a knockdown on it, which means that this Atlas is almost certainly going to go for it. And at this point, I would like to see our allies shift fire to this Atlas. I doubt that they will, but that would be my preferred. Phase 23, they're currently thinking. Let's see what they come up with. This will, of course, be the Griffin up here. Interesting. It backs off. We're going to continue to reserve. Allied turn right now. Phase 22. That'll be the Hunchy. So he fires at the Avatar. Gets some solid damage in there. I like it. What else do they do? The Direwolf backs off. Okay. Gonna continue to reserve. That avatar moves up. And we've got a target. No more reservations. Okay. Sounds good. So,
Yes.
our Salamander is going to move up into this cover.
Position confirmed.
Beautiful. We're even going to vigilance it. Panic level is currently critical. Boot camp, what are you freaking out about? You're completely fine. I've never seen a mech warrior more completely fine than what you are right now. Okay, we're going to fire on this guy. Do we fire AX? We're actually out of AX. That's right. Do we fire tandem here and just hope for a quick kill? Yes, I think we do.
Acknowledge.
Did we not get any internal damage done with those tandems? That's not how tandems are supposed to work. Okay, well, that guy ejected. The Galahad moves up. Yeah, no internal damage at all. Weird. Okay.
Order, Skipper.
Well, the longbow is going to advance up over here.
Acknowledge, Commander.
And at this time, I would like to hit this catapult. The hit odds are probably not ideal, and we need to sink heat. So we're going to continue firing the ELRM. But let's see what we get here. Decent amount of damage there.
Inflicted some nasty on that sumbitch.
But we want to start eliminating these Castilians, so that'll be fine. We have another unit moving over here. That'll be this Marauder. Now, it's going to advance over this way. And fire on the Hunchback of all things. Okay. That's not very useful. But sure. These guys are stacked together right now and might be the best artillery target that we've got. In fact, they are. Now, the Madcap Mark II is going to move up to here.
Roger that.
And we're going to fire on this Avatar. Can we boost the hit odds? No, we can't, but that's okay. We're going to fire everything we've got here, including Listen Kill. So that's a lot of damage to that Avatar. He is now unsteady. The Mauler can move in down over here, but I would prefer it if we could find an LOS up here instead.
Got it.
Yes, this is a better angle for us. So 89.6% is not bad. We will definitely take these hit odds. Engine destruction. That is one dead Avatar. Beautiful.
And stay down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Corsair is definitely going to be attacking this cluster of units over here. We're going to hit this Avatar for now.
Take this.
That was not a good shot, but the second shot was much better. The Atlas fires on the Avatar, gets a little bit of damage in there. Okay, so they move a unit in phase 19 here, and which one is it? We don't know. It has to be this Regent, right? No, it's the Avatar. Okay. The Avatar goes for the Awesome. That's fine. We now have another target, so that's good. Completely and totally fine. We now have two movers, and who do we move?
Commander.
We move the Bull Shark, which doesn't have the best of targets. We'll go for this Marauder and see what we can get done.
Target locked.
Not a whole lot. That wasn't a great long tom shot.
Hey there.
Next up is our Fafnir. The Fafnir is engaging up over this way. I absolutely do want to fire on this Boar's Head. Hit odds aren't ideal, but they'll be okay. Hopefully we don't stray shot our allies.
Let's see how you like this.
Oh, we missed virtually everything there. We did like 12 damage to him. That was unfortunate.
Standing by.
The Awesome is going to stay where it's at, and we can fire on either of these. So, which hit odds are the best? We're not getting a preview, so 29.2 and 32.1 versus 26.4 and 35.1. So, technically, I think we're slightly better to hit this Marauder.
Firing on target.
That went pretty well, actually. So that's a knockdown on that Marauder. Excellent. So there's an enemy Lance over here. There are 4 units here. Up here, there's a total of 3 units. So there are 7 total units remaining. We should be able to chip through them pretty quickly if we can get LOSs on them. That's the main concern right now. Can we get LOSs? That Atlas actually failed his shutdown override? That's a big deal. This guy moves up, fires on the shutdown Atlas, gets a little bit of armor chip on him. Phase 13, the Regent moves up, fires on that catapult. Good choice. Getting a little internal damage there. Okay. And now they're going to reserve these guys until Phase 1. Which is slightly obnoxious, but that's what they do. And then they just brace them. Cool. So next up is, of course,
Standing by.
our Salamander. The Salamander can close in over this way. This is in cover. We could position here as well. And that's probably better. Oh, wow. We got no internal damage from our tandems, and we managed to jam the MRM-40. That's really rude. But we're going to fire on this Marauder downed here. Did we fail our sensor roll? No visuals, ECM jamming. Okay, fair enough. We'll just fire on this Avatar then. Hit odds are better.
Firing.
Okay. Got some damage in there, and that should have unjammed our MRM. Cool. Okay, so the Stormcrow moves up, and it should have fired at that boar's head. Absolutely.
Yes,
Our Awesome is going to fire at maybe the Marauder, maybe the Avatar, not the Dire Wolf. Why would you think I wanted to fire at the Dire Wolf? 26.4, 35.1 versus 35.1, 38.2. The Marauder it is. Got some crits there for
Scored a
sure,
Critical hit.
but it's not dead. Okay, let's see what our allies do. Going for the Sparky. Not bad. Not getting a ton of damage done there. I really would have preferred that they go for the Atlas, since it's shut down. Like, I don't understand why you would fire at the Sparky when the Atlas is right there. There you go. Yeah, go for that shutdown Atlas. It is shut down, right? Actually, I'm not sure it is. It looks like it's not. It just overheated. It didn't actually shut down. Okay. That explains it. So phase 26 here, the catapult is going to move. Firing on the Grigori. Okay. Getting a little bit of damage done to all these guys in AoE.
Yep.
The Corsair at this point... Actually, this is our best artillery target right here. We're going to fire on the Direwolf.
I'm taking the shot.
Okay hits. Not great. Not great at all. Phase 25 is going to be this Sparky. I would love to see it go in and rear arc this boar's head. Actually, it's going for the catapult, and it killed it. That's acceptable. It's also right behind the boar's head, so we could stray shot it with the Fafnir.
Confirm.
That's kind of hilarious. The longbow doesn't have any direct LOS here. I want to get a kill on this Marauder. We'll fire like this. I don't think we broke through the armor on the CT. That was all damage transfer there. Actually, we did break through it. Okay,
What can I
cool.
do for you?
So the Mauler is going to advance over here.
Right, Commander.
And let's check these hit odds. 57% versus 32 versus 23. Okay, the Atlas it is. Definitely the Atlas. We're going to Warlord that. We could stray shot the guy right behind him as well, the Griffin. That would be fine. I think we'll fire one ER medium laser.
Time to die.
Nice. We got a structure exposure and an engine
More
crit
where
there.
that came from.
Hunchback moves up, goes for the Avatar. Does not kill it. So that was a CT exposure on the boar's head? Is that correct? Well, that's a lot of damage to the boar's head. That Dire Wolf really lighting into him there. So this is the last Castilian mech. I'm not going to worry about that anymore at this moment. We'll let allies or enemies take care of those. I was hoping that that Marauder would go, but not this time. Oh, that's a stray shot kill on that Atlas. Okay. So the Castilians are out of here. All that's left up on this side is the Sparky.
Standing by.
The Fafnir can advance up that way, and we can fire on the Sparky. Hit odds are low, but we'll go ahead and Warlord, and I think we'll not fire our medium lasers. Yeah.
Locked on target.
Solid damage to that Sparky there. Extremely solid. Surprisingly, he's still kicking. This Sparky has taken a lot of damage. Like, a whole lot.
Standing by.
Our Bull Shark is absolutely going to drop his artillery on the Dire Wolf here. We need to armor strip this guy. We also got some internal damage over here. Pilot ejected. That worked out very well. I'm quite pleased with that. The Atlas moves up, fires on the Avatar. Beautiful. Puts a bunch of heat into the Avatar, too. I like that. Leg destruction on that Sparky. So, of course, that's a knockdown. Panic level critical as well. He might eject from the knockdown, but looks like not yet. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
So our Madcat Mark II is going to head out over this direction. Now, this is on rough terrain. I'm aware of this. We're going to fire on this Avatar. We are running low on ammunition. And I think for now we're going to fire standard ammo.
Firing full complement on the engine.
We got a through armor foot destruction there.
Solid connection on that one.
Not too bad. And we made him unsteady. That's really what we were going for, although he moves instantly. I should have checked that. He goes for the Mauler, gets a hit with the Gauss. And quite a few missile hits as well. To be expected.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
Oh, you're okay. So the Atlas moves up, goes for the Sparky. This could easily kill him or cause an ejection. He's dead. Okay. So all that's left now is the 3 units over here. And this Avatar is close to dead. They've got the Regent. The Dire Wolf is the danger at this point. The Dire Wolf is the dangerous one, I believe. So they're going to just not use both of those. Actually, those aren't mechs at all. What am I talking about? Those are mech riders. Okay, so the Galahad moves up. Does nothing of note.
Yeah.
The Corsair is absolutely hitting the Dire Wolf. We need to armor strip it.
Attacking from position.
Some damage in there. Let's see what our allies do. Stormcrow moves up. Does nothing of note. The Grigori fires on the Dire Wolf. Gets a solid hit there. Okay, cool.
Awaiting orders.
So, our Awesome. Our Awesome can actually move out over this way
Order confirmed.
and have LOS on this Avatar. So we're going to take that. We're going to Warlord to boost our odds. And we're going to hit this Avatar as hard as we can. Which isn't very hard, given these odds. We do get a structure exposure on him, though. So that's not nothing.
Yup.
The Longbow is going to move up over
I
here.
got you.
And we're going to hit this Dire Wolf. I really want to armor strip this guy. So there we go.
My heat gauge is getting pretty high.
Now the Salamander can move up here, and the Salamander has an LOS on this Avatar. We could easily see a death of the Avatar here. So that is perfect. Oh yeah, he's totally dead.
Enemy down.
2 mechs remain. The Atlas moves up, goes for the Dire Wolf. Beautiful. I'd love to see a knockdown on him. When does the Dire Wolf move? The Dire Wolf moves phase 22. Okay, the Battlemaster moves up, does not fire at all.
Waiting for orders.
The Mauler does not have LOS here, so it's going to have to sprint over this way. In fact, sprinting doesn't even do anything, so it's going to move there and sink its heat. Next up is going to be the Firestarter, unlikely to knock down the Dire Wolf. It did get a structure exposure, though. Where is that structure exposure? Arm. Not the biggest of deals. The Hunchback goes for the Dire Wolf as well, only gets a couple hits in there. The Galahad doesn't fire. And now the Dire Wolf moves. So it moves in, goes for the Galahad. And that's a kill on the Galahad. They managed to eject. Yep. We're protecting it. One must survive. We've only lost
What's
one.
up, bud?
We're okay. The Fafnir is going to move in over here,
Roger.
and it's going to fire on this dire wolf. Now, its hit odds are maybe not the best.
Engage the target.
We missed every autocannon there. But we did get a double heatsink destruction, and we worked up its instability.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, so the Bull Shark does actually have direct LOS here.
Copy that.
This is out of range of virtually everything, so we're just going to fire this as is.
Wilco.
That was not a good long tom shot, but we did make the dire wolf unsteady,
Scored a critical hit.
so that's good.
What's up, boss?
The Madcat Mark II is going to move in here,
Aye, aye.
and it is running very low on ammo. As in, this round is going to run it out of standard ammo and also out of HA-20 ammo.
Copy that.
But that's a lot of damage to that dire wolf.
That hit something good. Reporting
That's a
multiple
knockdown?
weapons with no ammo.
Excellent. And they're going to shoot at the dire wolf there. Multiple engine crits, and that's an engine destruction. The dire wolf is out of here. So all that's left now is this jerk. The Regent D. He backs off a little bit, fires indirect on the Atlas. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're going to close in on him as best we can. Hit odds are going to be pretty minimal until we get LOS on him, though. So,
Commander.
our Salamander is really going to have to back off here because we can't get up this. We could go around this way, I suppose. And I guess that's what we'll work on doing, but it's not going to be great.
Ready to rock.
Our longbow, of course, can step up over here.
10-4.
And we can start dropping LRMs over here. Now, we do have Follow the Leader, but we're not going to utilize them. For now, all we're going to do is toss some ELRMs, but we are going to Warlord as well. And let's get some armor stripped off of this region. Okay, not bad there.
Commander.
The Awesome is going to move up over this way. There's no way it's going to get LOS. And we're just going to toss its last round of LRM 20s. Getting a little bit of armor off of that region.
No long-range missiles remaining.
Indeed, we're running low on ammo. Given the number of enemies, that's not shocking. I mean, there were 4 total lances. Granted, one of them was hostile to the others, but yeah, it's not shocking. So we're firing our Thumper at this guy and stripping down some armor, but those were not great Thumper shots. The Fafnir is going to move up
Coordinates.
and sink his heat. And unjam its AC-20. There we go. That Hunchy is continuing to fire on the Regent. It's not out of ammo yet. That's good.
Commander?
Our Mauler is, of course, going to start sprinting up over this way.
Sprinting.
We need to get moved up over here. The LOS is not great for us here, but we can make it work. Yeah, our allies are continuing to lob missiles at this Regent, but they're not getting very much done, in all honesty. Failed a shutdown override? What? What? How does he have so much heat? I mean, I know he moved through fire, but does he just have no heat sinks? Okay, whatever. We're going to move up our Madcat Mark II over here, and we're going to fire Listen Kill. This is our last round of Listen Kill. This is all we've got for ammo in the Madcat.
Acquired.
But that did a decent amount of damage. We are now completely out of ammo with the Madcat Mark II.
Yes, Commander.
The Bull Shark is going to continue to lob artillery up here and the last round of LRMs at this region. An okay shot there actually means that we break through the armor.
No long-range missiles remaining.
I like it. The Atlas moves up, fires at the Regent, and depending on where that armor breach is, we might be able to kill that Regent pretty quickly. Ooh, he moves forward and attacks the Grigori. This now means that we have LOS. Beautiful. We want LOS. Badly. Or we can get LOS, rather. Okay. So these guys are currently reserving back the battle armor. Once they get done with that, the next round will begin. Stormcrow not doing anything of note. The Grigori moves and fires at the Regent. Gets a nice hit there.
Let's do this.
So, the Salamander. The Salamander is not really able to get anywhere right now.
No shooting. Just
It'll move
running.
over here, but it's not a good position. The longbow can position here. And if we were to fire this right here would, I believe, run us out of ammo. Let's see, we'd have 20... No, we'll have 5 standard ammo remaining. Okay, well, we'll fire it, see what happens. Ooh.
Ha! You like that?
That was a good crit. Yeah, I do like that.
Aye, aye.
The Awesome is going to make its way around over this way.
On my way.
Climb the hill a bit. And our allies can probably kill this guy from here. That's a torso destruction. And that'll be a knockdown. Health 1 of 3. Is this incapacitating him? Injury resisted. It would have. But he did resist the injury. That Battlemaster is moving up and not firing.
Yep.
Okay. The Corsair is going to continue to drop artillery on this guy. Strip that armor off. Nice hits.
Good to go.
The Mauler can actually get LOS here,
Coordinates
and
received.
we'll take that. 99.1%. Let's even Warlord that. It doesn't get higher, I know, but I wanted the clustering.
Right, Commander.
And there we go. Okay, we honestly didn't even take that much damage. We used a lot of ammo. There's no doubt about it. But that went very, very well.
Mission successful.
Beautiful. So yeah, I honestly don't believe that it's going to take all that long to repair. There are some mechs that took decent amounts of damage, like the Salamander. And honestly, half of that was our stray shot. But, yeah, that wasn't too bad, all things considered. That was... The LOS meant that we could take it piecemeal. This Mauler took a fair amount to that arm, but really, this isn't too awful. They want the Direwolf. They're offering all of this. Honestly, I accept. That's fine. They can have the Direwolf. Right now, I'm not too interested in a Direwolf. A couple of ELRM 15s here. Okay. An MRM 30. Plan Ultra ACs. Nothing too amazing. Heat exchanger. We're taking the heat exchanger. Okay. That was pretty guaranteed the moment I saw that. We'll keep the cooling pods, although I don't really love using them, but we'll keep them. An Engine Core 320 is nice to have as well, and some AC-10 ammo that we can get rid of. Cool. So overall, I feel like that went incredibly well. Honestly, better than it had any right to go. A big amount of that is because they didn't really focus their fire. They spread their fire out on the Comstar Lance very heavily, and that didn't end up doing anything. Yeah, they killed one mech, but that's okay. We don't mind that. So the real question is, how much damage did we actually take? Well, too much to deploy this month, Tick. I can tell you that. We only have 4 days left. I think that it's probably somewhere around 250,000. It wasn't very much. It wasn't very much at all. What do you got for us, Yang? Oh, 70,000? Okay. Yeah, that wasn't much at all. Sounds great. Go ahead and do that. That was very profitable. So that's fantastic. We can just run this kind of like... In fact, we could run it like this. We could even do it like this if we wanted to. This would take a lot longer before our next mission, but the Boar's Head would be ready fairly soon. And this would allow us to actually work on the Annihilator, which I think we do need to do. It's well past time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that in next episode. We're going to see about getting these repairs finished up, the Annihilator notwithstanding. We'll see how that goes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.